Hello everybody, Cooper here and welcome back to another episode of the Mosswood Academy here on Cricket Captain 2023. We have reached the end of the 2029-2030 season and we have rounded out in fairly convincing fashion. We'll look at the domestic tables first, as I do like to look at this at the end of the season. Obviously, we did finish fourth with a lot of our players away on international duty. We did win both of the matches that we played, and then we were sort of middle of the road from there. Eastern's win another 4-day domestic series, so congratulations to them. Border get relegated after not winning a game, and then who got promoted? Free State get promoted into Division 1, so that was very good for them. We obviously won the one-day cup, which was great. We won the provincial 20-over competition, which was great. And in the Betway SA20 competition, we finished dead last, unfortunately, with a negative run rate. Not good. But in terms of the world ratings and the test series that we've had, and all the other international competitions we've had, we've done very well. This first test against India was a bit of a lesson, actually. Time management, important, I found out. I batted for way too long in the first innings to only score 510 runs, took 154 overs, but Lawrence got a nice test century, which was great, but we took way too long, especially for the final wicket, because Disco Jones ended up facing 58 deliveries, 17, Okori 22 runs off 67, and I forgot to mention that Okoro Sibona Kaliso made his test debut in this series. He played all 3 tests, he was okay, but I did bring Williams back for the Bangladesh series. So starts from Ferguson, Smith Jr. and Wellington, as well as de Villiers. He got a nice 74, really shaped what wasn't a big total, but really just a lesson in time management. We just batted for way too long. They then got 414 in response off 110 overs, with Khan picking up 186. Lawrence was good with the ball, was a little bit expensive. Okori only bowled the 8 overs because he was just really expensive. And our other guys were decent, but just didn't take the wickets quick enough, unfortunately. And then we batted again. We got a few runs on the board, probably, again, batting for too long. I don't remember if this was a rain-affected match at all. I don't think it was. I think we might have lost a bit of time on day 1 due to bad light, but apart from that, everything else was fine. And then we got them 7 wickets down, but we just couldn't get the wickets, unfortunately, quickly enough. Lawrence ended up bowling 38 overs because the pitch was turning. So much so that I actually went to de Villiers and Smith Jr. to roll the arm over because Lawrence was so tired, and de Villiers ended up picking up the final 2 wickets. Actually, it was it might have been the final 2 wickets, I can't remember. But he picked up 2 wickets, so he's now got a bowling average of 9.5, which is the best in our team. He's only bowled the once. But this was a drawn test match, so yeah, be mindful of batting time, I've learned. Because normally when we play, we've been so dominant, the test matches are over within, at most the second session on the 5th day. We rarely go into the final session, so... But it was a good match. Gave us a good contest, but yeah, we just didn't take all 20 wickets, unfortunately. That was different in the second test. We were much better managing our time. We batted 98 overs, all out for 365. Kurtzen top scored with 89. Smith Jr. and Ferguson each got half centuries. De Villiers got a nice 47. The tail wagged a little bit, but obviously not as high scoring as the first test, but still very good. We then bowled them all out for 139. We actually debuted Sheldon Aitken for this tour in this match, and he had a fantastic little run on the subcontinent between this series and the Bangladesh series. He was really good. Took 2 wickets here in this innings. Lawrence also picked up 2. Rue Haynes was the best bowler, picking up 3 for 16 in the first innings, and then we rolled them again for 168, with Aitken picking up 5 in the second innings. He was really good, bowled 26 overs, 5 for 61. Lawrence was also good, picking up 2 for 52. And then in the third test, we did win this one by an innings. Kurtzen and de Villiers both got hundreds. Lawrence just missed out on another 100. He got 94, but he's had a phenomenal last couple of series. We'll go over his statistics in a minute, because he registers a lot of not outs, and sort of the same thing as Dante Daniels in the one-day stuff. because he's batting at 6 and a lot of our work is done by our top 5, he gets a lot of not out, so his average is really high. So yeah, we'll talk more about that later. India all out for 110 inside 50 overs. Aitken picked up 3, Jones picked up 3, Zanderson and Haynes got 2 each. Really, really good bowling performance, one of our best of the season. And then we bowled them all out once again for 215. Aitken picked up 4, Lawrence picked up 3, and then Jones and Zanderson got the other 2. That took us into the one-day series where India actually beat us by 2 wickets in the first one-day international. We didn't bat for very many runs, unfortunately, in this first one-day international. They bowled really well. 258 for 5. Smith Jr. and Ferguson got half centuries. Wellington and Daniels finished as the not-out batsman. Daniels was really poor, actually. 26 off 45, when we're meant to be accelerating the innings, was really poor from him. So he just couldn't get going, unfortunately. And then they chased it down. Lawrence and Aitken took wickets. Jones took wickets. Actually, all of our guys took wickets, but we just couldn't keep the runs down, unfortunately. So yeah, they won. It was a very good match. One of our very few one-day international losses, actually. But we bounced back again in the second one-day international. We bowled them all out for 201 in their innings. Aitken and Lawrence picked up 2 each. Haynes and Akori picked up 3 each. Disco Jones was good, just didn't take any wickets. And then we chased it down with 11 overs to spare. Wellington finished as the not-out batsman on 56. He had a stretch in the season where he had like 5 or 6 innings in a row where he had scores of 50 plus, all not outs. So this might be in this stretch if I remember correctly. De Villiers also got 77 not out, was very solid at the top of the order. And then in the third match, we batted first on this occasion, got 3 for 327 from our 50 overs. Ferguson got a nice 100. Kurtz and Smith Jr. and Wellington each got 50s. De Villiers only got the 33. And then with the ball, Akori picked up 4 for 58. Jones and Lawrence picked up 2 each. And then Haynes and Aitken got the other 2 between them. Now, in the 20 over matches, we did a clean sweep, which was lovely. We beat India by 98 runs in the first 20 over match. We scored over 200. Wellington finished 61 off 28 not out, 5 4s and 4 6s. Lawrence finished 33 off 15 not out. As you can see, this is one of his not out performances. And our top order was pretty good as well, scoring at a decent clip. We then bowled them all out for 103 with Disco Jones picking up 5 for 18. Was really, really good. Lawrence picked up a wicket, as did Aitken. Haynes was 2 for 12 from his 2 overs, and Zanderson was 1 for 13. Second 20 over match, they batted first actually this time around, got 165 all out. As Anderson and Jones picked up 3 each. Lawrence 2 for 27 with the ball. Haynes was expensive, 1 for 52 from 4 overs, and Aitken was good, solid, but not exceptional. He was good. And then Wellington got 59 of 27 from his not-out innings again. And Disco Jones finished as the other not-out batsman on 8 as we chased down 167 with 4 wickets remaining. And then the final T20 match, we batted for the 20 overs, got 195. Kurtzen and Wellington finished as the not-out batsman. Wellington getting another half century, as mentioned earlier. De Villiers got 71 off 38, Ferguson 38 off 35, Kurtzen 34 off 19. And then with the ball, we kept them to 152 for 9. We just slightly struggled to take all 10 wickets. Obviously took 9. Lawrence ended up as the pick of the bowlers, in my opinion. 2 for 26 was his bowling figures. So that was the tour of India done. Then we moved on to Bangladesh, where we absolutely smoked them in the test series. First test, they batted first, got them all out for 155. Disco Jones picked up 452, was the best bowler in my opinion. Haynes got 2 for 28. Zanderson got 3 for 35. Aitken got none for 40, and Lawrence picked up 1 for none. He picked up a wicket somewhere. I don't remember which one though. And then with the bat, we were awesome. 6 for 606 from 124 overs. Ferguson got a half century. De Villiers got a double century, 228 of 220. Kurtzen got a nice 100. Wellington got another half century. Once Lawrence got out for 68, we declared. We left Williams stranded on 48 not out. but it was right at the end of the session, I'm pretty sure. So we just declared, and we bowled them out once again for 294. Al Hassan finished as not out batsman, who again is another member of the Mosswood Academy from times gone by. Although I don't think he ever played a game for us. We did have him under contract, so I'm claiming it. Lawrence and Aitken were our main spin bowlers. They took 5 wickets between them on a pitch that was spinning a lot. They bowled basically 80 overs between them. Disco Jones picked up 2 for 8, Zanderson 2 for 43, and Haynes 1 for 41. Second test was a little bit closer. We batted first, got 8 for 4, 8-2 from 117. We then declared, and Smith Jr. and Wellington both got hundreds. Lawrence got a 50. Zanderson even got a 50. Ended up 54 not out in his best innings, his best test innings so far, I'm pretty sure, yes. Then we bowled Bangladesh all out for 276. Rana got a nice 100. Aitken picked up 6 for 118 from his 24 overs. A little bit expensive, but still very good. Lawrence picked up 3 for 51, and Zanderson picked up the other wicket. The reason the spinners took all the wickets is Bangladesh, very spin friendly. So hence why I played the second spinner. Then that's our innings. We made Bangladesh follow on. Hassan got a nice 100, opening up the batting. Jones, Aitken and Lawrence each got 3 wickets, with Zanderson getting the final wicket as they ended up all out for 360. And then we chased down 155 with 7 wickets remaining. Ferguson finishing not out on 92 in a very easy run chase. That brings us to the final test match, where we absolutely battered Bangladesh. We were all out for 569, with Lawrence finishing as the not-out batsman on 250. He did a fantastic job batting with the tail. We were 5 for 229 at one stage. So I think he came to the crease at 4 for 123. He put on a partnership with Kurtzen. Kurtzen got a nice 119. And then he also put a partnership on with Williams, Zanderson, Jones, Haynes and Aitken. And he was the last man standing, 42 fours and 1-6 in his innings. It's fantastic little knock from him. We then bowled out Bangladesh for 125. Aitken picked up 5 for 46. And the other bowlers, our fast bowlers, did an exceptional job of keeping the runs down as well. We then bowled them out once again with Tyler Zanderson picking up 6 for 20, knocking over the tail fantastically. Disco Jones also got 3 for 18 after Lawrence was named player of the match. I didn't bowl him. I figured he'd be tired enough from batting all day, so I didn't end up bowling him in this match. That brings us to the one-day series, where we absolutely battered Bangladesh in the first match. We were 7 for 410 from our 50 overs. Lawrence got another 100, 142 not out on this occasion. Smith Jr. got 95 off 68, Wellington 54 from 27. We had a little bit of a top order collapse. We were 3 for 77 at one point, quite early on in the innings. And then there were little partnerships in the middle, which got us over 400. Dante Daniels got a nice 31, and Zanderson contributed as well, finishing 21 off 16. We then bowled them all out for 169. Lawrence, to back up his 142, was it? 142, picked up 3 for 28 from his 10 overs. Bowled a maiden as well. Flair and Akori also got 3 wickets, and Zanderson got the other wicket. I decided to bring back Akori into this series. Aitken had sort of not run his course, but I decided to play the 4 fast bowlers because I figured with Lawrence we had enough spin bowling, and Aitken, he's not actually the best at one-dayers, so hence why he didn't make the cut. For the one-dayers, I brought back Akori. He was in decent form. We then and got 400 plus again, 9 for 402 on this occasion. Kurtzen got a nice double 100. He was dismissed like 6 or 7 down. So we had plenty of time left in the innings when he got dismissed, so he probably could have been there at the end and scored nearly 250, but he got dismissed. Lawrence got a half century. De Villiers got close to a half century, but apart from those guys, everybody sort of chipped in with between 10 and 25, and it was a very solid innings. Then bowled them all out for 248. Akori was the pick of the bowlers. He got 4 for 64. Zanderson, Flair and Lawrence each got 2 each. and Jones was none for 42, did a good job of keeping the runs down. And then we battered them and smoked them once again, scoring 400 plus, winning by 245 runs again. Lawrence got a half century, as did Ferguson, Daniels and Kurtzen. So another really solid team batting performance. And then with the ball, kept them to 161. Zanderson was the pick of the bowlers, got 4 for 34. Jones, Flair and Lawrence got 2 each. Corey on this occasion was the one who missed out with the wickets. That brings us to the 20 overs series, where we had a little bit of a scare in the first match. We were 8 for 178 after our 20 overs. I did not think we batted particularly well, especially our top order. We were 5 for 78 at one point, but a little partnership between Lawrence and Disco Jones really kept the innings alive. I think they put on about 50 runs towards the end there to push us to a decent target. It was some clutch bowling from Lawrence, 5 for 37, that got us over the line. Yeah, very lucky to have won this match, because yeah, a few of our bowlers were quite expensive and we just didn't take enough early wickets. As you can see, Al Hassan and Tawid both got half centuries at a really good clip. So you only needed 1 or 2 of those to fire, and we end up losing a match. We did bounce back in the second T20. Ferguson got a nice 100, De Villiers got a half century, and Smith Jr. got 46 off 30. We're not going to talk about Kurtzen, he only got 2. And then with the ball, we bowled them all out for 153. Lawrence actually got back-to-back fifers in this series. He has proven to be a really good bowler for us. Ended up with 5 for 22. And then the other 4 wickets, there was a run out somewhere. I think it might have been the opening wicket, but the other 4 wickets were spread amongst the fast bowlers fairly evenly. And then the final match of the season, with the series basically completed, we sort of went out there and swung for the fences and see what stuck. We ended up with 4 for 220. Smith Jr. and Wellington both got half centuries. I was basically at full aggression for the majority of the innings. I was just swinging for the fences, as I said. And yeah, we did a decent job. We got through the innings relatively unscathed, didn't do anything too stupid. And then we defended it fairly nicely, with Zanderson getting 4 wickets in 5 balls to end the match, which was nice, ending up with a hat-trick as well. So he got 4 for 23, and then the rest of the wickets were spread pretty evenly amongst everybody else, which brings us to now, the end of the season. We'll press continue. As you can see, we've won a couple of competitions. It's not going to show us the provincial competition, but we did get the best bowling figures from Rue Haynes, which was nice. Okay, this is interesting. We've received offers from Northwest Dragons, which we're not going to take. And then we got 2 offers from Australia. You got one for Victoria and one from the Sydney Thunder, both of which we will be declining. We're going to press continue. Welcome to the 2030 season. Thank you for letting me be here. We will be retaining the captaincy. And now we've got the 2020 World Cup once again. Let's have a look at what tours we have. Okay, so we've got 4 series this year. We've got the 2020 World Cup, South Africa against New Zealand. Then we got England at home. And then I'm assuming that's the one-day World Cup. So 2 World Cups this year. Not a lot of Test cricket. I suppose that would be very interesting. But I will quickly go over the stats of Lawrence. So he's currently averaging 80 at Test level. He's averaging 80 at one-day international level. Half of his innings he has finished not out. That's why his average is so high. And at 20 over level, he's averaging 100. 7 of those innings, or 7 of his 9 innings, he has finished not out. And with the ball, he's been fantastic. He was our top wicket taker last season with 55 wickets at Test level. Also very good at T20 level. He's economical. He does a good job. He might be one of the best players I've ever had on Cricket Captain. So yeah, very happy with him. But that is going to do it today, guys. I'm just going to skip forward until the 2020 World Cup, and we can just do this little background stuff while it's happening. So thank you so much for watching up until this point, guys. Leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed, and I'll catch up with you next time. I'm not sure when that will be. I will decide off camera, and then I will... Actually, no, we'll do it now. because that has taken a lot quicker than I thought it would. Although it's probably not going to show me. Let's have a look at our fixtures again. So we've got the World Cup. We might come back after the New Zealand series. Let's do that. We'll come back after the New Zealand series before the... Yeah, we'll come back after the New Zealand series once the World Cup is all done. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll catch you then. Bye!